Morning, Keith Wallace, Team England Fly Fishing. Welcome to a misty Bedfordshire where we're actually at the Semperfli Roadshow. We're going to bring you later a bit of fly tying, fly tying materials, and probably talk to Snowby as well because they're here, and we'll come back to you later. Well, as promised, with Russell Bentley in the obviously the Fly Dressers Guild, and great to meet you.
I won't stab you.
No, please don't. No. Yeah, can you tell us how long you've been doing this?
Oh, now there's a question. I think, like a lot of people, started off course fishing when I was a kiddie.
Yep.
On the Thames, down at Chertsey Bridge in Surrey.
Oh wow.
Did a bit of maggot drowning, you know.
Yeah.
And then adolescence hit, and finally, when I finally did get married, my wife bought me a fly rod when we were on holiday in Scotland. That's
Brilliant.
the start of it. That was the trigger moment.
Once you've got that fly rod and you've got those flies, that's it, you're caught.
Absolutely. Now, I landed on my feet because at the time I was living in Godalming in Surrey, and the owner of the local fly fishing shop was Peter Cockwell. And I sat with Pete on, I think it was Tuesday evenings, for about 10 weeks, and he did the best fly dressing course you can imagine. It coincided with the book that he just brought out about Beginner's Guide to Fly Dressing, and as they say, the rest is history.
Yeah. I mean, we interviewed Peter at the BFFI, and he was, great guy, absolutely great guy.
I like Pete a lot, I do.
But yeah, you're going to tie some flies, and what are you starting off with?
Well, normally I'll start off with something very simple. As sports people say, you've got to get your eye in. Mm-hmm. So you do. I'm actually tying a shipman's buzzer. Right. Okay. Absolutely.
Dave Shipman.
Deadly fly.
Yeah.
The man deserves a knighthood, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah.
What I do like to do is to tie, I like sugar cube shipmans, so tied with a little bit of foam front and back, and it will float all day. I actually tied some of these last week, and last night I put them in a cup of water to see how long they would float, and they were still floating this morning.
Right, okay.
So I'm happy with that. I like to tie them also with pearlescent tinsel, because it looks like an expanded insect shuck to my eyes. So this is the name of the game, is imitating the actual fly itself.
Okay, I think what we'll do, we'll come back later and actually we'll film you actually tying a fly.
Sure.
That's okay? Yeah,
Sure.
Brilliant.
I've
Fantastic.
actually started one now, but I'm happy to do that whenever you like.
Fantastic, thank you. Thanks.
Well
Thanks,
done.
Russell. Rod Spate, hi, how are you? Keith Wallace, Team England Fly Fishing. What are you tying at the moment, please?
So I'm doing a Scottish lockfly at the moment.
Wow, okay.
It's called the Clan Chief, designed by John Kennedy in the Outer Hebrides and South Uist. A sea trout predominantly fly, but also for brown trout. Mixes in a mix of colours. That are very specific to South Uist. We've got the red and yellow on the back there as a bit of a tag, tail. Then we've got a little silver tag just underneath. I might be able to see it just under there.
Yeah.
And then this is where we get to use wonderful feathers. So we've got this wonderful grizzled dyed red,
absolutely gorgeous colours.
Gorgeous colours. And we mix it with some black. Just here, some just standard saddle black, and we put them together, and then we wrap them down the body as a palmer. And then we're just going to put a little bit of head on the front to give it a bit of sort of security on the front there and a bit of movement. And it flows back. A lot of the Hebridean hackled flies they flow back, and they're slightly bigger than your standard fly.
Right. Do you actually use barbed hooks or barbless hooks, or a combination?
We use a combination of both. Personal preference, I think, is what it comes down to. I think there's still a lot of debate about barbed and barbless.
Yes.
Personally, I tie with them and I use them as a barbless, and I don't lose any more fish than what I did with a barbed. I think that's probably more talent than than anything else, or lack of. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, the beauty of these is that traditionally they were tied with seal's fur and whatever was available on the for the materials. But now with all the synthetic stuff, we do a lot of fusion of synthetics and naturals.
Right.
So we're still obviously using the feather element is still very much, but the body now is just a Semper Seal substitute. Does the job. It gives it the buggy look that you still need.
Yep.
The tail's glow bright. And the beauty of it is, if I switch this light down, you might be able to see. If I put the UV light on it, watch what happens to the tail.
Wow.
You see how that changes?
Yes. Yeah.
So we're definitely red and yellow there, aren't we? But as we go, it sort of becomes more of an orangey green.
Orangey green. Yeah.
And depending on the types of colours that you use, and the different, you can create slightly different tail colours and thing and that.
Yes.
But with these, you've got to remember you're in peaty water, so the light's always going to be slightly different to what you'd have in, like, say, in a chalk stream where it's all gin clear and things.
Yeah,
This is murky, so it needs the movement.
I suppose the light bounces off the peat as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great to have a chat, Rob.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Thanks. Hi guys, here with Melvin Wood at the Semperfli Roadshow. Melvin, what are you actually tying at the moment, please?
It's a dabbler. Just for the ordinary early season lock fishing for brown trout, really. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but you know, I like tying Irish lock flies because I do a lot of fishing in Ireland. So,
Yes.
why wouldn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. So is that sort of one of your specialities, the locks?
I competition fish in the 2002. I was on the lock style team. So since then, I've been involved in still water and lock fishing, but it's the wild lock fishing that I really prefer.
Fantastic.
Well, I developed the two, the what I call the wet cap, and it's like an Oakham orange, but it's tied with mylar instead of orange seal's fur. But they work fantastic for rainbow trout. When they're coming off the blobs, you know, when they've seen all the blobs, put one of them over there. Yeah.